All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Sunday. We're going to wait a few minutes and let some people jump on. And I'm just reminding a few people that I'm live now, about to get started. As you're jumping on, say hello. If you're jumping on live, jumping on replay, say hello. Tell me where you're tuning in from today. Play some little music, play a song before we get started. Alexa, play Step Into Your Power.
Step Into Your Power by Lenspot on Amazon Music. Step into your power, feel it rise. No more hiding, no more compromise. You're the light, you're the spark, burning bright. This is your moment, this is your life. You've been waiting, holding back too long. Doubting your fire, but you've been strong. Every star, every lesson brought you here. Now's the time to crush the fear. It's all no chains can hold you. The heart's a lift, the truth will shine through. No turning, it's your hour. This is your time to take your power. Do your power. Every voice that told you who you've been, every shadow tried to block your chance. But you got dreams of future plan. It's time to leave, time to stand. Stand tall, no chains can hold you. Hearts alive, it's your hour. It's time to take back your power. Do your power. No more waiting, no more doubt. Your inner voice is screaming out. Take that step, claim your throne. Step into your your power, let it unfold. Your story's alive, your spirit's gold. Step into your power, shine your light. This is your moment, your birthright. Alexa, stop. I love my Alexa. The music. All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Whether you're joining on Zoom or on Facebook, say hello. I will try to look at the comments. Hi, Jen. Hi, Cynthia. Okay, I see some people got on. Amazing. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm streaming live from Zoom onto Facebook. So it's only the second time that I've ever done this, but pretty sure I know what I'm doing. All right, so I'm going to skip the intro because most of you
pretty much already know who I am. If you don't, check out the description. I'm not going to bore you with all of those details. I'm going to get right into the good stuff. So, this is going to be a transformational Recode session experience to anchor into the 5D timeline. Now, this is the most advanced superconscious training on the planet. All right. Seriously, this isn't for beginners. All right. This is for you if you've been doing inner work, if you're on a spiritual awakening, personal development, self-discovery journey, you're a seeker of truth, you want to know more, who are you, why are you here, what's your power, what's your purpose, what's your potential, and you're striving to reach that, then this is for you. This is for you if you have a basic understanding of consciousness, or you at least have an open mind and you're willing and ready to learn. So if you're here helping raise consciousness in any capacity, you are my people. It's what we're here to do. It's my mission, my purpose. And my little disclaimer, I'm going to give that. I always encourage everyone to do their own research and form their own beliefs. Your beliefs are powerful. They create your reality. So take what resonates and leave the rest. I always say that if your beliefs are serving you well, if you're creating and living a life that you love or moving towards it, then more power to you. But if you're not, then we have to take a look at our mindset. All right. So to kick it off, a little bit of an explanation of 3D and 5D consciousness. So like if you have no understanding, like what is that, right? Like I said, this isn't really for beginners, but if you're ready and willing to learn, here we go. Let's grow. All right. 3D consciousness is lower vibrations. Everything's energy, frequency, and vibration, right? So this is 3D is more material, matter, physical reality, more outward focused, ego, living in ego, fear, anger, guilt, shame, bitterness, resentment, unforgiveness. These are lower frequencies, scarcity, division, separation. This is kind of the basic narrative that we're taught when we're born into the systems. And it's not based on truth. It's an illusion, the matrix of reality, right? 5D is higher levels of consciousness. This is when you begin to awaken, take your power back. This is more about stepping into the quantum, understanding that everything is actually energy. This is more focused inward, soul, spirit, again, energy, understanding that you are energy, that you are a powerful creator. You get to choose what you create, and you are creating your reality. This is more about remembering and awakening, waking up to who and what you truly are, pure, unconditional love and light, an infinite, eternal, creative being made in the image of this infinite, eternal, creative source. You can call it God, source, universe, divine intelligence, infinite creator, whatever you choose to call it. And this is higher frequencies. This is peace, joy, abundance, unity, consciousness. This is when we begin to realize, hey, we're all one humanity, one body, one mind, one consciousness. We're all a piece, all a part in this vast universe that we call creation and that we know as physical reality, but there's so much more to it. And so if you want to learn more about that shift, you can check out my new book. It was a bestseller, you guys, which is mind-blowing to me. It's called Dumbed Down, Drugged Up, and Disempowered, Awakening and Making the Shift into the Quantum New 5D Earth Paradigm. It is a transformational guide to liberate humanity. You can see it back here. I have all three of my books here. You can get a free PDF copy at quantummembership.space/Andrea K. There's this shift taking place, an awakening and a shift in human consciousness. And we're beginning to realize that we're far more powerful and that the power of the people is much stronger than the people that have been in power. And these systems are crumbling as we speak. You can see there it says, society is splitting in two. People who are driven by fear, who want to be ruled over, and people who are driven by love, who want to be free. So you can see also 3D is very fear, panic, scarcity, anger, complaining, blame, shame, victim mentality. 4D, you start to awaken and self-motivate, get into conspiracy theories. You start to learn and grow. You have this striving urge for knowledge. Like I said, you're probably a seeker of truth. You want to know what the heck actually is all this? What am I capable of? And 5D is where you really begin to step into that more faith focused surrender, when you're getting into higher frequencies of gratitude and love, creativity, and opportunities begin to flow your way. So, jumping right into it, you're a powerful creator. You get to choose what you create. However, you feel stuck in this gap, in this in between from where you are and where you want to be, right? Nothing really sticks. You've been doing the work, you feel maybe exhausted, overwhelmed, and part of you knows that you're meant for more, but you feel like you can't access it. It's not because you're lazy or not capable, it's because your subconscious mind is running the show. So the real problem is that our minds are like supercomputers. So from the moment we're born, we're being programmed with beliefs, thoughts, feelings, emotions, even passed down generationally. Thoughts, feelings, and emotions of your parents, your grandparents, and ancestors before you are passed down generationally in your DNA. And this is the real reason that nothing changes, because 95% of our behavior is on a subconscious level. So our thoughts, feelings, and emotions are just habitual patterns that we are running on default day in and day out. You wake up, you think the same thoughts, you feel the same feelings, you take the same actions or inactions, and you get on this hamster wheel of life and nothing changes. And Albert Einstein said that's the definition of insanity, to do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. But your subconscious is running the show, right? So, but you cannot create a new reality with these old beliefs that you are holding on to, whether you're aware of them or not. So awareness is key. We can't change that which we aren't aware of, but once we're aware, we cannot help but change. And so you can't create a new life with an old identity. You have to upgrade your identity. You have to change, evolve, expand your consciousness, right? Dr. Joe Dispenza says that you can't create a new future stuck in a familiar past. Your mind can either be a record of the past or a map to the future. The truth is, your mind is a magnet, and it's drawing to you the experiences that you've been programmed to believe are possible, that you're worthy of, and all of these things. So you're not behind, you're not late, you're exactly where you need to be. And if you're here and you're watching this, you're exactly in the right place. And what we want to do today is discover what is your 5D timeline. What does that look like for you? The highest version of you, the version of you who already has it all, calm, confident, aligned, abundant, because that version of you already exists right now in the quantum field. So all around us is the quantum field, an energetic field. And in this field, limitless possibilities and infinite potential for our life is there. We simply have to choose. And that's what a timeline is. Every choice, every decision that you make in your life puts you on a timeline, a trajectory for your life. Had you made a different decision at any given point, your life might be completely different, right? And so there is a version of you that already has it all. All these dreams and these desires, they were put in your heart for a reason, because they're already there. They're already available to you. Neville Goddard says, your ideal life does not need to be reached. It needs to be recognized. The difference is the difference between a life of exhaustion and a life of grace. We tend to chase and force external things, and that's not how it works. We have to create from the inside. We do create from the inside out. And so it must become real within us first. It's an emotional shift that must take place. It's not about becoming someone new. It's about returning to who you already are, your true self. And so first you set the intention, then it's a behavior, then a habit, then a practice, then second nature, and then it becomes who you are. This is the gap where you are and where you want to be. And in between, there's aligned action that you must take. But every time you go to take that action, you're snapping back, you're being pulled back. You might get motivated and then you crash. You visualize, you don't believe it. You're self-sabotaging because these old identities, these parts of you might say it's not safe to be successful. What will people think or say or do? You can't be successful. Who are you to think that you could ever create something like that? You're nobody. You're not worthy. You're not enough. You're not capable. You're insignificant. You don't belong. You're not perfect. You don't have the time. You don't have the money. Get back here in your comfort zone where it's completely safe, because your subconscious mind is programmed based on past experience to simply just keep you safe based on what you survived in the past, right? So you try to change, but you default back. And truth bomb, it's because your nervous system doesn't feel safe in that new reality. It doesn't feel safe. You've survived all of this, so it's safe here. We're just going to stay here, small. I feel okay here, even though you might not. You say you want change, but these parts of you keep pulling you back. So waking up and becoming a conscious creator. You can see this thing here. It got cut off a little bit, but it says they don't want us to remember who we truly are. They don't want us to discover the wisdom and power that's been buried deep within us from years of conditioning. Like I said, your mind is a supercomputer. And so, you get in the first 7 years of life, you are being programmed with some of the beliefs that are raising or creating the foundation for your entire future. And if you're raised with beliefs like money's the root of all evil, money doesn't grow on trees, or, oh, you're too big, you're too loud, you're too this, you're too that, or you're not enough of this and you're not enough of that. These program you subconsciously to just stay in order, in line, don't question, don't step out, right? Just conform, right? We don't do that around here. We don't do conformity. And so this conditioning and programming, though, we can change it, but they don't want that. They don't want us to wake up. And this is why we must take our power back. So becoming a conscious creator, the magnetic mind method, the rapid recode process is all about conscious creation. Most people are creating unconsciously based on past beliefs. Like I said, that default programming on autopilot. You say you want something, you try to go for it, and these old parts of you keep pulling you back. When you become a conscious creator, you're awake, you're aware of your power, you understand that you're creating your reality and how your thoughts, your feelings, your words, your emotions, your actions play a very key, vital role in all of that, then you get to choose. You get to choose a simple 5-step process to consciously create what you desire. And the simple process allows us to identify limiting beliefs, any emotions, traumas, things that you've been holding on to, and we can rewire, recode, recalibrate, restructure those, release them, and integrate so that you can move forward in this new identity, in this new timeline for your life. And what that looks like in a more practical way that you can understand, it means more peace, more joy, more ease, more flow in your life. So we identify the limiting beliefs, we rewire them on a subconscious or super conscious level, even more powerful, more so I connect in with the quantum field, your super conscious level of memory, which is outside of this subconscious that you're running off of. And it's definitely outside of your ego. Your ego is the lower form of mind that simply just wants to keep you in the familiar. And so we want to anchor in a new emotional state. And that's what we're going to do in this process. Now, mind you, I wrote a little note here. I want to point this out. Like I said, this isn't for everybody. It's very advanced training, right? And it's not just woo-woo spiritual nonsense, okay? It might seem very far out there for some people, but this is actually proven neuroscience, epigenetics, quantum physics, and it's revolutionizing the field of psychology and what we previously thought was possible as far as human potential. We're so much more powerful than we have been led to believe. We've been dumbed down, drugged up, and disempowered. All right, we're waking up, you guys. And so today we're not just talking. You're going to feel a real shift that will hopefully be having you saying, holy shift, I want more of this. I'm ready for this. You're going to meet your 5D self. You're going to anchor into that version of you. And this is not just information. Like I say, people don't want information. We want transformation. You are going to see a real, not see, but feel a real shift and transformation in real time. And so I'm going to take a few deep breaths. I invite you to do the same with me. Maybe have some water. Talking, so I tend to get very dry. I'm going to check the comments really quick before we kind of jump in more with the Recode process. All right. All right, so shift your vibrational frequency that you're emitting. Shift your energetic signature. From the time you wake up to the time you get out of bed, everything you do, think, feel, is creating an energy field around you. We want to keep it high, and we want to remain mindful of the energy that we're putting out. Like I said, we are energy, frequency, and vibration, surrounded by this infinite, eternal, energetic field. Your thoughts are an electrical signal. Your emotions are energy and motion. They are the magnetic signal. Together, electric and magnetic create an electromagnetic field around your body, aka your aura. This either attracts or repels certain things into your experience based on your past experience, based on the way that you're thinking, the words that you're speaking every single day, and mostly the feelings. The feeling is the secret. Our emotions are so powerful. So we want to be mindful of our thoughts, our words, our emotions, all of the above, right? So the pre-recode awareness, step one of this beautiful, beautiful 5-step conscious creation process. We're simply going to choose, right? Because we are beings of free will and choice. And we get to choose what we create. And when we start to wake up and take radical responsibility for what we've been creating in our life, instead of blaming or shaming, oh, it's not me, I didn't create this, this isn't what I want. Well, again, your mind is set to keep you safe. It may not be what you want, but it's safe, it's familiar, it's the known, it's your comfort zone, right? So it keeps you there, keeps you there. We want to choose to step into our highest timeline. So you simply choose. I choose the end results of living in my highest timeline. I choose the end results of anchoring in to my 5D timeline. I have a backup bottle. I'm still thirsty. All right, so we're choosing this. Now, this is the important part. Step 2, feeling into it. Because again, feeling is the secret, right? It's a great book by Neville Goddard. If you haven't ever read it, check it out. I love Neville Goddard. He's absolutely incredible. So we want to feel into it. And again, I just want to kind of invite you at this time to take a few deep breaths and maybe stretch out a little bit, just relax and release any tension or stress that you might have had from your day and just become really present in this moment in time and space here, wherever you are in the world, whenever you're tuning in, just coming into this moment right here, right now. I really like to place my hand on my heart, sometimes one on my belly, and just, it really brings your awareness inward. You can even close your eyes if you'd like. Bring your attention inward. Instead of all of this going on out here. And I want you to feel into what that version of you would be like. What would you be doing? Who would you be with? Okay. And I'm actually going to walk you through my miracle action plan and some affirmations that I've created in my life that will help to rewire your mind as well and actually activate something called your reticular activating system to begin to draw these experiences to you. So I choose the end results of being the best version of myself, living in my highest 5D timeline. And when it comes to money and finances, I have zero worries. I am completely taken care of above and beyond. Abundance is flowing effortlessly. I attract everything with ease, grace, and flow. I have multiple sources of income. I have created 7-figure elf businesses. They're easy, they're lucrative, and they're fun. I love what I do. I share value with those I love and care about, and I'm given back in abundance. Take what resonates, leave the rest, you guys. You don't have to accept anything as truth that doesn't resonate. I have more than enough to go around, help others, and have a massive impact. I am transforming lives and shifting the consciousness of humanity. Breathe that in. Living in my dream home, driving my dream vehicle, have lots of lands. Who would you be helping? Buy your mom a house? What kind of food would you be eating? I eat good, organic, non-GMO food. I stretch and I exercise. I meditate. I journal. I read. I get out in nature to ground in the sunshine. I take care of my mind, body, and spirit. I'm healthy. I'm wealthy. I'm wise. I am prosperous. I am abundant. I am free. I have all the dedicated time that I need for self-care and to put towards the things I am passionate about. Get to travel, do fun things. You have kids? My kids are amazing, well-mannered, well-behaved, and respectful. They love to learn. They get along so well, and they keep things neat, clean, and organized. We move through our days in complete ease, grace, and flow, accomplishing all of our goals easily and effortlessly. Life is so good. I make money while I sleep. I have more money coming in than going out. More money equals more impact. Life is so good. I get to do what I want when I want. I spend time doing what I love with the people that I love the most. What does that look like for you? Imagining it, because your imagination is a preview of life's coming attractions. Albert Einstein said that. Imagination is everything. It's a preview of life's coming attractions. Buddha said, what we imagine, we create. What we imagine, we create. What you feel, you attract. What you think, you become. When it comes to relationships, I'm surrounded by people who inspire, empower, and uplift me. And I inspire, empower, and uplift those around me. I have happy, healthy, loving, thriving relationships. I'm loved and respected and appreciated for who I am. And how does this feels really good. How does that feel? Like you're imagining these things, right? But the feeling is really the key. I attract powerful people into my life and business, and it feels amazing. I'm powerful, I'm strong, I'm brave, I'm courageous, I'm confident. How do you feel? Share with me in the comments if you'd like. You're choosing this, and what would it look like? What would that version of you look like? How would it make you feel? How does it feel to be living in this highest version of you? Feel free, happy, abundant, growing every day, and every day in every way, things are getting better and better and better. I'm connected to source. I'm connected to love. I'm taking quantum leaps in my life, and I'm helping others do the same. I'm living my true nature and purpose. I have health and vitality. I am the predominant creative force in my life. I am creating and living a life that I love. And so it is. It is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Using gratitude is so powerful because the emotional signature of gratitude is it's already done. It's already done. Thank you. Say thank you to somebody. They already gave you the compliment. They gave you the gift. They held the door open. Whatever it was. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's already done. Because it is done in consciousness. Creation is finished. Now we're going to step into it. But how do we do this? How do we become the magnet, release the resistance, and be pulled towards it easily and effortlessly? Step 3. We're going to tune into our current state. This creates structural tension. A structure is anything with 2 or more parts or points. Where you are, where you want to be. We're going to bring up the structure and create tension like a rubber band stretched out. Tension always seeks resolution. The rubber band, when it's stretched out, is going to naturally seek to come together easily, except it has knots in this rubber band. So you're trying, you're all stretched out and you're trying, and it's like you can't, it's just not coming together. These knots are the limiting beliefs, the trauma, the toxic emotions, all of the things. Okay? So tuning into your current state, simply ask yourself, I choose the end result of my highest timeline, living in this 5D timeline, this highest version of myself. And this is what it was. This is what it is like. And this is what it feels like. But I can't have that because, or yeah, that sounds great. But right now, this is where I'm at. And start to notice what comes up without judgment. Just notice what feels heavy. What are you afraid of right now? What do you believe about yourself that might not be true? So I choose the end result of living in my highest timeline, but I can't because I'm not worthy. I'm not enough. I'm insignificant. I don't belong. I'm not perfect. You start to notice identities come up, people pleasing identity. What will people think or say or do? I can't do this because you don't know what I've been through. The traumatized aspect of self or the wounded inner child might start coming up. I've been through too much. I don't have what it takes. Share some of the things if you'd like as well. You can share in the comments. What comes up for you? What are some of the beliefs, the emotions that come up for you? So I choose this result, but I can't have it because Jen says she feels free and peaceful. right? And so when you think, yeah, that feels amazing, I feel peaceful and free, and but right now there's this huge gap and it feels so far away and it takes too long to get there and it's too hard, and that makes me feel, what does that make you feel? Sad, frustrated, angry. How does that make you feel? Right? I can't have it because you don't, these people in my life, you don't know what I've been through, right? I have all this stuff. It can't happen for me. Other people can do it. They must have something that I don't. I don't know, right? What if I am successful? Then what? How can I maintain it? Can I maintain it? Can I sustain it? Fully shift? I don't know. Maybe I'll just stay here and see. And then we start to self-sabotage, right? These beliefs that start coming up. I don't have the money. I don't have the time, right? So what we're doing is safely triggering the resistance into the field. And then we're going to get into the magic. This is where the magic happens, the recode process. So I'm going to walk you through this. Again, take what resonates, leave the rest. The intention of the recode is to help you release what is no longer serving you, to use alchemy to take your pain and turn it into power and purpose so that you can move forward, to take your experiences and lessons and turn them into knowledge and wisdom so you can move forward with more ease, grace, and flow in your life. So for the recode, you simply sit comfortably. You can have your eyes open or closed, totally up to you. And I just want you to relax and take a few deep breaths. Scooch up in your seat, make sure you're comfy. And give me permission for integrity purposes. I give Andrea permission. I'm connecting in intuitively with your energetic field, okay, with your Akashic records. And how this is able to happen, you guys, it's simple. Like I said, our thoughts, our emotions, they're signals that we've been sending out. Our words are signals, are energetic instructions. When we're saying, I am this and I am that, this is like the universe, source, God is like, okay, check, heard. What we place after I am, we become. And so we can change these beliefs, these emotions, these words in the field and within ourselves. And as we do this more and more, the outer reality begins to shape, bend, mold to reflect these new inner beliefs, this new level of consciousness, right? And it's proven. It's neuroplasticity. Your mind is constantly changing. Neurons that fire together wire together. If you're thinking the same thoughts, they're creating little electrical signals. And the more you think those thoughts, the more they become hardwired and programmed. And again, that's just what you've been running off of. We're going to unwire these and rewire new programs, patterns, and beliefs. All right. I give Andrea permission to connect. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the highest good of all. That is the intention, to release the heaviness in the collective right now, all the fear, the anger, the guilt, shame, anything that's been holding us back from completely stepping into and living our most abundant, most authentic timeline, this 5D timeline where we are seeing all of our dreams manifest, making our dreams reality, creating a life that we love with ease, grace, and flow. I might refer to the field as superconscious. It's basically, I kind of say it's almost like a prayer. You're speaking new words. You see, I always say people don't actually understand what prayer is. A prayer is every word that you speak, every thought that you think, every emotion you feel, again, is a vibrational signature information that we're sending out. So we're changing the information in the field. So superconscious, God, source, you're infinite and eternal and omnipresent and omnipotent. And all the information is held in this field, all information throughout all time and space. You were raised as a Christian, you might think of this as the book of life. It's all in there. Your soul is infinite and eternal. You've been here before. You may not remember because you can't remember when you come to Earth. Earth is a ground for spiritual growth and soul evolution. We come here to experience life so we can learn, grow, expand, and evolve, right? So you've been here before. Energy does not die. It transforms. Energy, spirit, soul, your essence of who you truly are never dies. Okay? So super conscious, you see what we're choosing. We know, according to universal law, the law of attraction, the law of compensation, that these desires were placed in our heart for a reason and that they're already ours. It's already ours. And you also see what came up, the things that are in the way, the trauma, the limiting beliefs, toxic emotions, the things that we've been holding on to that just are not ours to carry. We've been holding on to them for far too long, and we're now choosing to fully release them so that we can step into our highest and most complete timeline so that we can be of our greatest purpose, stepping into service for humanity to really shift the collective consciousness back into our full power, one by one by one. So please tag and treat all beliefs, anything that came up. Please tag and treat. When I say tag and treat, the information in the field, your mind is so powerful. It knows how to heal, repair itself, right? So we're treating these beliefs. We want to swap them out for new empowering beliefs. So instead of, I'm not worthy, I'm not capable, I'm insignificant, I don't belong, I'm not perfect, I'm not enough, I'm more than enough, I'm capable, I'm perfect as I am, I'm significant, I belong, and I am worthy because I am. Simply because I am. You are worthy, whole, and complete right now, exactly as you are. We want to close the gap. We want to really close this gap in the fastest timeline possible. We want to collapse the timeline. When you hear me, this is simply, there's so much power in our breath. That's why when you're upset or, you're angry, or they tell you, take a few deep breaths and calm down, right? There's so much power in our breath. And so I'm transmuting or alchemizing the energy that I feel coming in, taking it in, letting it out as this new highest version of ourselves. So transmuting all dense, dark, negative energy and lower frequencies. We want to tag and treat all emotions of fear, anger, guilt, shame, bitterness, resentments. Clear and cleanse all chakras, the 7 energy centers of the body, and everything that we've been holding onto. We're now just choosing to release everything that is no longer serving us. We want to tag and treat all identities, the people-pleasing aspect of self. The perfectionist, the part of us that says, we're not perfect, so we can't move, we can't take action, we're not perfect. Our higher self is already calling bullshit on all of this because it's always about progress over perfection. You're perfect exactly as you are, right? Somewhere, someone in the world needs what you have. You have to offer your message. They need your unique version of you in your highest timeline, in your power, fully shining your light in the world, because you have special gifts and talents that only you can bring to the world in such a way that you reach the people you are meant to reach. Okay. So tag and treat the wounded inner child and the traumatized aspect of self. And we actually want to go back to the event. If you can imagine an event, you know, of this event that took place where you've been holding on to a lot from this experience and you're ready to let it go. We want to tag and treat all aspects of this personality, knowing that this part of us doesn't have to die. Sometimes these parts of us feel like they're not needed anymore. We release them with gratitude. Thank you. You've learned, we've grown, we've become a higher version of ourselves, and we're ready to move forward. And we're integrating all of these parts into one mono personality, because a mono personality works best. Why? Because your personality creates your personal reality. The way you think, feel, and act every single day is your personality. And that is literally creating your reality, you guys. And so we're choosing not to have these parts of us that keep pulling us back. So please tag and treat, continue to tag and treat the wounded inner child and the traumatized aspect of self and these parts of us that are holding on to so much that tell us you can't heal. Who do you think you are? You can't have this because you can't have it. You're not good enough. It's just, no. Continue to tag and treat all of these aspects of consciousness, these parts, these identities, bringing them into one congruent personality, working in harmony and balance with universal law, moving towards this end result in the fastest way possible. So we continue to just release everything that is no longer serving us, healing on the deepest cellular level possible, anchoring into our 5D timeline, this new version of ourself. We want to elevate the vibration to the highest level possible that we can maintain and sustain at this time. So moving out of fear, anger, guilt, shame, bitterness, resentment, unforgiveness, and into higher elevated frequencies of joy, peace, gratitude, love, abundance, moving into our highest timeline, shifting into the 5D infinite timeline and anchoring in this new version of ourselves, powerful, calm, cool, collected. This new version of ourselves and all of the affirmations that I've stated and all of our desires and anything that you want to add in, all these aspects of our life, money, finances, relationships, business, all of them are seeing a rise, a higher elevated version of every aspect of our life, our health, our wealth, all of it just consistently rising as we continue to clear everything out. All of this stuff that we've been holding on to that has been causing dis-ease and illness within our body, we're now choosing to release it so that we can raise our frequency, raise our vibration to the highest level possible that we can maintain and sustain. You see, energy, there's all this energy in the world, you guys, and it comes and it's trying to weigh you down, and all the problems and all the things going on and the distractions. My God. And we're not choosing that anymore. We're not choosing that. We're choosing to live a life that we love in our highest elevated frequency. We choose to emit this signal now, and we're calling it in the fastest way possible. On the path of least resistance, this is the path where the people, the places, the opportunities, the money, the circumstances, the doors just swing open. Integrating everything into one model personality with new beliefs, new emotions, a new identity, a powerful identity moving forward. And we want to also tag and treat DNA, family history. Oh, yeah, family history. There's a lot of stuff there. Tag and treat past lives, past generations, break all generational curses, soul ties, soul agreements, cut any energetic cords. And we're choosing to call all of our power back right now to this here and now in this present moment, calling all of our power back, our energy that has been siphoned, stolen from us, our innocence, bringing it all back as we're consciously choosing to heal, transform, and now consciously create a new timeline for our lives. Knowing that we have everything within us internally, it's already done. This reality already exists. This higher version of you already exists in the here and the now. And we're choosing to step into that identity right now, right now. Feel your frequency rise. You might feel a warm, tingling sensation. You might feel goosebumps. You might feel nothing. That's okay too. That's okay too, because this works whether you're aware of it or not, right? That's kind of how subliminal messaging works. That's how we've been programmed without us being consciously aware of it, because that's how it works. All the things that we've been hearing and seeing and experiencing throughout our life and passed down generationally from our parents, and the emotions and anxiety or depression or poverty or lack, scarcity mindset, all these things that have been passed down, we're choosing to consciously release them now. And just feel the weight being released off of your shoulders. And you might still feel some resistance, because that's what came up for me. There's still obviously so much resistance in the collective. We're choosing to release in this session the highest amount possible, which I'm being reminded that I forgot to ask you to rate your resistance. When you think of all of those limiting beliefs and all of the things that came up on a scale of 1 to 10, what would that be like? Was that like a 10 for you? Are you like swimming through peanut butter? You have no idea what your purpose in life is, where you want to go, what you want to do. You feel so completely stuck in relationships and money, in all areas of your life, your health. That's like a 10, right? That's a 10. How much resistance do you have to living in your highest vibrational frequency as the highest version of you, your most authentic self, living your passion, your mission, your purpose, and getting paid for it too, you guys? Providing provision. How much resistance do you have to that? We're choosing to consciously release all of that. I want you to take a big, deep breath. Hold it. Just release. Release the pain. Release the struggle. Release. Release what is no longer serving. It's just no longer serving us. As an individual, as a collective, all of this stuff, we're choosing to let it go so we can grow. Tag and treat everything, recode, recalibrate, restructure every belief, every emotion, everything as needed in the field. Tag and treat and do a massive change history on all the information in the field. Continue to tag and treat DNA. Feel like there's a lot of family generational stuff. We want to tag and treat the mother side, the father side, all beliefs passed down. Take it really deep with the DNA. We actually want to activate new higher potential within our DNA. So we have dormant DNA, so-called junk DNA, they call it, but it's not junk, it's dormant, right? It's just asleep. So we can activate this DNA to reach higher levels of human potential, right? So we're choosing to consciously activate our 12-strand DNA to the highest level possible that we can maintain and sustain. The original human blueprint was 12 strands. Now, it was genetically modified, manipulated in the past, in our ancient past, to now be what we know as the 2-strand double helix. So we have this junk DNA. It's not junk. It's being activated at this time. This is what's causing this internal awakening. That you're getting like this information, this nudge, this intuition coming from within you. Like, hey, I feel like a calling. I feel like I'm supposed to do something. I feel it. You're starting to awaken, right? Activate that DNA, the crystalline DNA, the highest timeline, the highest template, 5D timeline, the new earth timeline, peace, joy, abundance, prosperity, unity consciousness. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Rewire, recalibrate, restructure everything as needed. Tag and treat all information in the field, do a massive change history, release everything that is no longer serving us, break down all old neurological pathways, all old programs in the mind. We just want to wipe those clean as much as possible. Again, your brain is a supercomputer. It's been programmed with beliefs. And just like your computer or your cell phone, you can upgrade. You can level up. You can upgrade every aspect of your life by upgrading your mind, by unplugging from these old programs that told you I'm not worthy and I'm not enough and I'm not capable, and plugging into new programs. I am worthy, I'm capable, and I'm more than enough. Right? This is what we're consciously choosing to do. Stepping into the highest version, highest timeline of ourselves.
Don't forget to take out your trash cans.
Sorry, guys. Reminders. Remind me of the things that I need to do. Right. So we've been on here for an hour. I'm feeling good. How are you guys feeling? Are you feeling lighter? Do you feel things shifting? Do you feel the shift? Are you saying, holy shift? There is a massive energetic upgrade happening on the planet right now. And so many people are consciously choosing to step into this new timeline, into this new earth of freedom, peace, prosperity, abundance, entrepreneurship, right? We're breaking free from these old matrix systems of control, medical, education, even religious institutions, all of them, the government, you know, all the things, the criminal justice system, they've all been playing a part in the dumbing down, drugging up, and disempowering of humanity. But we are awakening, and we're here to create the new earth. And we want to anchor in this new timeline, this new 5D timeline, this highest version of ourselves. One, recode, recalibrate, restructure, release everything, integrate into one mono personality, moving forward on the path of least resistance, anchoring in now. And we want to ground all memories, the ego, the unconscious, and the superconscious memory back here to the matrix of the 3D reality. We do have to come back here, right? And so we want to guard our hearts and minds and guard our energy, because our energy is our currency, man. And there's so much crap in the world and all these things that we've taken on. They're just not ours. We're releasing them. And so you want to be conscious of who you're around, what you're consuming on all levels, mind, body, spirit, right? So raising your frequency, vibration, and coming back when you feel ready. And let me know in the comments. So now compare to that resistance that you had before. You were a 10, you were a 9 or an 8. How much resistance do you have now to going out and taking some sort of aligned action towards this higher version, as this higher version of yourself? What's your next move? Did you maybe get an intuitive nudge to go and do something? Do you feel called now to, I'm going to go and take action? And again, this isn't just about motivation. This is a real process to help you actually create momentum and results. All right. So, breaking generational cycles, millennials could be the first generation to heal their own childhood wounds while raising the next. We are literally right now have the power and potential to break generational curses. I say that they say it runs in the family. We say this is where it runs out. That's it. The anxiety, the overwhelm, any mental illness or disease or things that just ran in your family that seems to just trickling down ends here and now with you. Right? So the integration part, right? This is the part where most people fail because consistency is key. And you have to make it stick. And how do you do that? You have to keep firing and wiring new beliefs, shifting, because repetition wires identity. Neurons that fire together, wire together, right? This is about embodiment. Embodiment is greater than just the motivation. You want to continue to take steps. Yeah, this was great. You jumped on here. You feel really good, right? You're ready to take action. But now what? Now what? You need to continue to take small, aligned, daily actions because integration and action equals momentum and results. So I'm proud of the woman or man, if you're on here, that I'm becoming. My mindset has changed. My priorities have changed. My taste has changed. My tolerance has changed. I'm evolving and I'm 100% here for it. So imagine 30 days from now, you feel calm instead of chaotic. Trust yourself. Show up differently. You're manifesting. You're seeing the opportunities. Things are just popping up into your experience. You're out there saying, holy shift. Holy shift. I'm making my dreams reality. I created this. You're now taking radical responsibility. I created that. That's where I was. Now this is where I'm at. And I did that. I did that. All right. So I don't know who needed to hear this today, but you're a multidimensional quantum badass. And I freaking love you. And my son is here. If this shifted something for you, imagine going deeper. Imagine having support. Imagine fully becoming her or him, right? Quantum membership space is definitely for you. Weekly coaching and accountability to get clear on your vision, your focused and committed action steps, and to rewire the resistance that's been holding you back. Want to say hi? Look, come here. You're activated. You're ready. The time is now. So make shift happen. Let's grow. Join the evolution revolution. If you did not know, evolution, love is in the word evolution and revolution, right? So you can jump in, guys. Here's some offers. Weekly coaching and accountability access is $55 going up to $99 in May. You can lock that in now before the end of the month. Switch where you shop and get free access. You can purchase a hydrogen device before the end of the month and get 2 free months of weekly coaching and accountability. Or if you decide to jump in April, you get 1 free month. So right now is the time, you guys. Or you can go all in for 90 days one-on-one private coaching with me. You get access to the weekly coaching and accountability as well. This is if you really want to improve all aspects of your life, health, wealth, business, everything, right? You can DM me to apply. There's only 2 spots open. This is a very high-level container. You guys, you'll be working with me privately. So thank you so much for attending. I hope you enjoyed this. Reach out if you have any questions. I love you guys so, so, so much. Truth, love, and light. Have a namaste. Make shift happen. Let's grow. Bye for now.